Ask the Muscle Whisperer.
Hello everyone, very excited to be back for the next edition of Massage Whisperers. I'm Emma, Director of School of Bodywork, and I've been asked, at what stage in your career did you choose a niche for your massage therapy? Brilliant question, I think, as I think it's so important for us to choose an area to specialise in. So actually very early on, I studied sports injuries because I was really interested in chronic injuries and really getting to the bottom of those chronic injuries. So I really like to work with complex cases, and the injuries sustained weren't actually necessarily through sport. So any injury or actually chronic pathology is what interested me. So frozen shoulder was a classic example. Very often, in fact, manifesting in women and very often around the menopausal age. So I really looked at chronic injuries, and what I realised is the more complex the cases got, I made massive improvements to my clients. 80, 90, 95% better, but there was always this little underlying something which absolutely fascinated me, and it was the emotional component to the injury. So I really became interested in the emotions that lay beneath or within the injury, how people related to their disease, their illness, their pathology, or their injury. This wasn't a very explored area at the time, but I myself researched as much as I could. And it's really it's the emotion that lies within the injury that interests me. So I really specialised a lot in women's health, in chronic injuries, and I really explored emotion and trauma. And trauma work really, trauma stored within the body is what fascinates me most. So on my journey, I studied as much as I could about fascia-informed bodywork, both in the UK and the US. But this still left me with questions. So I then studied for 2 years biodynamic craniosacral therapy, and within this they look a lot at trauma within the body. So trauma skills for body workers is what really interested me. And with these skills, and actually with this gentle touch, which I brought into my massage and into my fascial work, so all of the craniosacral stuff informed what I did. And once I could really engage with the client and really engage on an emotional level, that's what made the huge difference to me. So it's all of this knowledge that we at School of Bodywork bring to all of our courses. So understanding the emotion within the body, understanding how trauma is held within the tissues of the body. And actually what we've done recently is we've developed this whole range of online courses for you to access wherever you are. Really looking at trauma held within the body, trauma held within the tissues, and we're also doing a range on women's health, menopause, and we look at chronic injuries, and also we're going to be developing a lot on scar tissue. So I really do think the more you can specialise in any area you like, the better your results will be, but also the more interesting your work, and you will attract clients that need you. And what I love so much about our industry is once you're qualified, you can actually take your career in any direction you like. So my work has changed a lot over the years. So I've had quite broad banners because I don't like to be too specialist, but within those broad banners of chronic injuries, emotional holding patterns, and women's health, within those I've specialised. So for example, I've really looked at frozen shoulder, I've really looked at endometriosis, I've really looked at fibroids, and I've really looked at how we can support women with these really complex pathologies that are often overlooked. There's another component to the question. Yeah, so how did I pick my niche, and what tips would you give to other therapists? So I think the top tip is to do something you love. do something you love. And like I said, over the years, this changes. As you develop as a person, the area of work that you have gone into will also change. So allow your career to develop with you. Update your skills as you update as a human. Allow your work to progress. Keep studying. I think, you know, we can fall into ruts in our career, but at that point, pick something up, pick up a book, go enroll on a course. And like I said, we've really made an effort to bring all our specialist work around trauma within the body, women's health issues and scar tissue. We've made an effort to bring all of that online for you. So wherever you are in the country or the world, you can now access our knowledge. And I've also collaborated with loads of colleagues, because over the last 30 years, I've built a huge network of fantastic colleagues who really specialize in their subject. So I've brought all of these people in to help you to develop your career in whichever way you want it to go. So like I said, women's health, great area, desperately needed, including scars from cesarean sections and episiotomy. We look at chronic injuries, we look at menopause, we look at trauma and emotion in the body. So all or any of those might be areas in which you might like to specialise. So I really look forward to welcoming you onto some of our online courses. And it's been great to be part of Muscle Whisperers, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Take care.